The Last Supper was not just a meal among friends. It was the moment when heaven quietly touched the earth in the most profound way. It was evening, and the city of Jerusalem was filled with the atmosphere of celebration, for it was the time of the Passover. But in that upper room, far from the noise of the streets, something far greater was about to unfold. Jesus sat at the table with his 12 disciples, knowing this would be the last time they would be together before the cross. Every word spoken that night carried eternal weight. Every gesture was a living lesson, and every look was full of emotion. It wasn't just a dinner, it was a farewell with purpose, an act of love with eternal meaning. Jesus knew what was coming. He knew he would be betrayed. He knew the pain that awaited him, and yet he chose to be there, surrounded by those he loved. As he sat at the table, he didn't point fingers or make grand speeches. Instead, he began with a simple and powerful act. He washed the disciples' feet. The one who was the Master, the Lord, knelt before them as a servant. This gesture was more than humility. It was proof that true love is shown through service. As he washed each foot, even that of the one who would betray him, Jesus was teaching that greatness is not in power, but in the ability to love to the very end. After washing their feet, Jesus returned to the table and broke the bread. He took a common food and gave it a new meaning. He said that the bread represented his body, which would be given for them. Then he took the cup of wine and explained that it symbolized his blood, the blood of a new covenant. That supper became sacred not because of the food, but because of the sacrifice behind it. It was a quiet announcement of what was about to happen. It was the moment when the divine plan was revealed in the most intimate way. And even though the disciples didn't fully understand, they knew something holy was happening. During the supper, Jesus revealed that he would be betrayed. This brought tension to the room. Each disciple looked around, wondering who could possibly do such a thing. And even with the traitor present, Jesus didn't shout, didn't accuse. He continued with peace in his heart. The supper went on because the focus was not on the failure, but on the mission. He also told them that they would all abandon him. Peter, with impulsive courage, declared that he would never leave him. But Jesus, with eyes full of love and truth, told him that before dawn, Peter would deny him 3 times. Still, he remained at the table, teaching, sharing, and loving until the very end. In that final moment, Jesus left a new commandment, that all should love one another, just as he had loved them. It wasn't just a suggestion, it was a call to action. He knew the cross was near, but he didn't spend his time in sorrow. He used it to teach, to comfort, and to prepare. The Last Supper is not just a religious memory. It is a model of communion, humility, surrender, and hope. There, at that simple table, heaven opened to establish a new covenant with the world, a covenant based on love, forgiveness, and grace. After the supper, they sang a hymn and walked to the Mount of Olives. Jesus was on his way to the Garden of Gethsemane, where he would face agony and prayer. But there, in the supper room, he gave us everything we need to move forward. The bread of his presence, the wine of his covenant, the humility of service, and the love beyond measure. The Last Supper is, in truth, the beginning of the new life he offers to each of us. A reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is light, there is purpose, and there is salvation. If this message touched your heart, take this moment to subscribe to the Divine Narratives channel. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video that strengthens your faith. Leave a like and share this video with someone who needs to be reminded that the love of Christ was revealed in every detail, even around a table. And in the comments, tell us which part of this story moved you the most. May the memory of the Last Supper renew your faith, hope, and love. See you in the next video.